Hi, I'm John Twist of University Motors. It's been a while since we've done a video. I have a new videographer from the local high school, Eli Potter, who will put his name up in lights at the end of this video. I have here a 1977 Midget 1500. Matter of fact, this specific Midget is for sale, $3,250. It's got 71,000 miles. It ought to be a real deal. What I want to do is explain over the sounds of the hammer on the inside of the shop what all the various functions are on the inside of the Midget 1500. We have back here our charcoal canister. That's straightforward enough. Let's watch the movement of the vapors. They enter the bottom of the charcoal canister, come out the middle of the canister, come through the line here, pick up some venting from the carburetor, pick up the venting from the engine, and it's all drawn down into the carburetor through here. So the fumes are drawn out of the engine into here, and they're drawn out of the charcoal canister and into the engine here. Additionally, the charcoal canister, this line here, is connected to the vent on the carburetor, and the fuel tank at the back here is connected to the silly line that comes all the way over and loops and runs back over. I cannot tell you why it loops like this. It doesn't do that on an MGB. So during the proper operation of the car, I'm going to pass in front of the camera here. During the proper operation of the car, vapors enter the bottom of the charcoal canister and then are drawn out into the carburetor here, all the time venting the charcoal, which is located in the canister. That charcoal is designed to adsorb gasoline fumes from the float bowl and to supply fresh air or remove air fuel from the top of the fuel tank, depending on whether the gasoline is being drawn out of the tank or expanding while it's in the tank. Make sure that you keep this full of 90 weight gear oil. Oh my gosh, everybody says, what, 90 weight? But I've been putting 3-in-1 oil in. I've been putting transmission fluid in. No, you want the thickest oil you can, because this is your accelerator pump. You know, the Strombergs and the SUs don't have an accelerator pump as Weber's and other American carburetors might have. Instead, this piston is designed to slow the upward motion of the air piston, and by putting in thicker oil, we slow it down a little bit more. That accounts for 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 years of wear which have occurred. Let's take a look at all the radiator hoses, because that was the real intention that I wanted to make this video, gosh, about 2 months ago. We have a sealed cooling system, right? This draws the water to and from the radiator through all the hoses here. Here's our expansion tank. This is the high point in the cooling system. Whatever air, bubbles, whatever are trapped in the cooling system, bubble out into the expansion canister here. And this tube here, even though it enters here, really bubbles out at the very bottom. So the air comes in, bubbles out, and then when the whole cooling system is cooled, when you turn the car off and it cools, then it draws fluid out of here and keeps the whole cooling system full. Now, the water pump, which is located here in front on the engine, the water pump, you know, with a fan and so forth, draws water off the bottom of the radiator, draws it up into the pump, forces it back into the block where it circulates, comes up, and then it's available underneath the thermostat and the thermostat housing. Here it's blown a little tiny bit into here. In fact, the hole in this housing is just tiny, even though this hose is gargantuan. And it blows it here, and it goes down the side of the radiator, and all the tubes in the radiator horizontal. The coolant crosses from that side of the radiator to this side of the radiator. We also have some other stuff going on here, and we have off the top of the head, we've got this hose here, which comes down underneath the thermostat housing and comes into the intake manifold and warms up the intake manifold. A wonderful feature that MG's never adopted. Then coming off the back of the manifold, we have this hose here. Let me see if I can get this preheater out of the way here a bit. And this makes itself available at this T. At the T, we can either send hot water into our valve, which runs the heater box, the heater matrix. If we turn the valve that way towards the heater's on. If we turn it this way, the heater's off. And then the water comes into the heater matrix, out of the heater matrix, and back through a tube. Eli's going to come over and I'm trying to, it's really dark down in here. I hope you can see it. There's this tube down here at the very bottom that draws the water back into the water pump. Additionally, from that T-fitting that we just took a look at, hot water is also available to come up out of the T-fitting into the automatic choke, out of the automatic choke where it attaches to the rear of that pipe that runs lengthwise that goes back into the water pump. And it's very hard to see. Maybe if Eli gets back here and we change positions, he can see how this hose comes right to here. There goes my air compressor, which is going to ruin the sound quality of my video. Anyway, that is the movement of all the cooling hoses in the car. I'm going to take just a moment here and this is for Mike in Louisville, Kentucky, showing the detail here on the side of the windscreen. The question is, what was the goo down inside of here? And that is to prevent the leaks. But this, I hesitate to go underneath this and pick it up, but this piece of rubber here is trapped underneath this foot, so it makes a nice tight seal here. Anyway, that's the scoop on the Midget 1500 cooling hoses. I'm having to yell here because of the sound of my air compressor in the background. We'll do our best next time. Anyway, I am wearing my hat today for those of you who noted on MG Experience that sometimes I'm without a hat. That was during the summer when it was so hot. We're moving in 2 weeks. Watch our website, all kinds of news and action. Thanks very much. See you guys later.